Welcome to the second video about adjective frugries and comparison. In this video, we would be discussing about the differences, definition, usage and the similarities and differences between many and much. Okay, so yes, yeah. So here, excuse me please, yeah, many is used with countable nouns. Okay, countable nouns and which are in a large quantity. Okay, now let me give you some examples like erasers, we can count erasers. Then pencil, we can count the pencils. Okay, so there are countable nouns and they can be in a large quantity also, so we would be using many. Okay, so and much, where is much used? Much is used with uncountable noun. Okay, much is used with uncountable nouns. Okay, much is used with uncountable noun and it is also used with a large quantity. Okay, so let us discuss the similarities and the differences between many and much. So first let us discuss the similarities between many and much. So they both are used with large quantity. Okay, means with a large amount, something in a large amount. Many and much, they both are used. What is the difference? The difference is that many is used with countable nouns and much is used with uncountable nouns. Okay, so excuse me, in this slide we would be doing our concept clearing about the use of many. Okay, so here is a plate of rice. Can we count rice? No, we can't count rice. It is uncountable, no? So with uncountable nouns, we use what? We use much. And in this slide, we have to do it with the word many. So it is a wrong. Now pen. We can count the pens, no? They are in a large quantity. Okay, now let us ask the questions. Pens can be in large quantity, but pens are countable, they are not uncountable, so we would be using here many. Then erasers can be in large quantity, but they are countable nouns, so we would be using many. Then sugar, can we count the sugar? No, we can't count sugar, but they can be in a large quantity. So therefore it is a wrong answer in this slide because we would be using here with many. Okay, now girls, we can count girls, they can be in a large quantity. So countable noun is used with what? It is used for many, we would be using many, and the answer is right. Then pencils, they are countable, they can be in a large quantity also, but they are countable also, no? So with countable nouns we use many, so it is a correct answer. Then cans, juices, like cans of juice, cans of some cold drinks and other things, we can count the cans, no? We can count the cans. Okay, there are one can, there is two can, so can is a countable noun and it can be in a large quantity also, so we would be using many. Table, we can count table, it can be in a large quantity, and these both statements satisfy the word many, we would be using here many. Okay, now clothes, we can count clothes, they can be in a large quantity. What is this? With this we would be using what? We would be using many because they are countable and they are in a large quantity. Okay, now a glass of milk. Okay, so if I don't say a glass of milk, if I say only milk is uncountable. Okay, so here uncountable and milk can be in a large quantity also, So milk is, we would be using much. It's wrong. Then in this slide we would be doing our concept clearing about much. Okay, so again let us start with the plate of rice. Plate of rice, we discussed in the earlier slide that a plate of rice is what? It is uncountable. They can be in a large quantity, and much definition is that it is used for uncountable noun and with a large quantity. So what would we be using here? We would be using much. It's correct. Milk. Milk is uncountable. So it is, we would be using much over here. Girls are countable. We would be using much. No, we won't be using much because it is an countable noun and much is used for uncountable noun. Okay. Water. Water is what? Water is uncountable. We can't count water. Okay. So it is much. Juice. Okay. So in the earlier slide, I explained you that a can of juice. If I say can of juice, it would be many because we can count cans. Okay. Now if I say juice, then it would be much. Why? Because juice can't be counted. It's a liquid. Okay. So we can't count it. It can be in a large quantity. So these two statements satisfy the word much. So we would be using here much. Breads. Breads are countable, no? We can count slices of breads or the loaves of bread. Like there is one loaf of bread, there is two loaves of bread, there is one slice of bread, there are two slices of bread. So we would be using here many because it is a countable noun and it can be in a large quantity. So in this slide, as we are going to use only much, it is wrong. Coffee powder. Coffee powder, we can't count the coffee powder. No, it is uncountable and it can be in what? It can be in a large quantity also. So yes, we would be using here much. Now if I say you coffee beans, we can count coffee beans. No, we would be using with coffee beans we would be using many because it's a countable noun. Okay. Now eraser. Eraser is what? Eraser is a countable noun. So we would be using over here many. It is wrong for this slide, but we would be using many for eraser. Now germs. Germs are so tiny particles, they can't be counted. Okay, so they are uncountable nouns. Okay, and they can be present in a large quantity. So what is this? This is a correct for the use of much. Now the yeast powder. Yeast is used for making pizzas and all those things. We know that. Okay, yeast or wheat. Okay, wheat flour. It is uncountable. We can't count wheat flour or the yeast powder or any kind of powder. Okay, so we would be using over here much only. Sugar, I discussed it with you earlier also that sugar is what? Sugar is uncountable. So it is correct for the use of much. Okay. So with this, I am going to end today's video right here only. Thank you so much, and please keep an eye on my website. There I will be uploading some worksheets which may be helpful for you all. So thank you.